Hey everyone, so as you can see I got the orange hat on, which means it's only one thing. It's the beginning of September, it's the beginning of autumn, and also the beginning of hunting season. Today we're up in Pulaski Park. I'm going to be doing the Peck Pond loop, which loops around Peck Pond. It'll take you from the starting point of West Gloucester up through Burrillville, slightly crossing the state line into Connecticut and back around. It's a beautiful spring day. As you saw, the parking lot's crowded. There's a lot of people here today just enjoying the weather. It's partly cloudy, 66 degrees. I haven't done much this summer, and the reason behind that is we have had such a strange summer here in New England. We've had 4 tropical storms come through, or the remnants of them, bringing us mostly wind, hardly any rain. The month of August has been at least 20 days or so up above 90 degrees, high humidity, heat indices into the 100s, which has not been good for getting out and enjoying nature and hiking because of the fact that you can get heat stroke very easily. We haven't had any rain. It's been a dry summer. A lot of the ponds, lakes, and streams are just mud holes right now. And as I'm looking at Peck Pond right now, the water level is very, very low. But the weather's changed. Like I said, it's a beautiful 66 degrees right now, no humidity. The leaves are starting to change. We're starting to get little pops of color here and there, although it's still mostly green. I'm in a pine forest right now, but we're going to go ahead. I'm going to head out on this hike, and I'll show you some scenery along the way. Alrighty, so as I'm heading down the walkway, since the last time I was here, they put up a fence around the wall area. This fence wasn't here early. I don't know if they just don't want people coming down this way. Something going on with the wall maybe. But as you can see, the water level is very, very low. There are a few people fishing. The trail starts off this way, goes around, and we'll see what we can see. But yeah, the water level is extremely, extremely low right now. So as you can see, we got a few picnic areas for people to enjoy. We got a shelter for people to enjoy. Like I said, I don't know what's up with the fence that wasn't there earlier this year. There are a few people fishing, but as you can see, the water level is extremely, extremely down. The lily pads are just sitting on the mud right now. So the trail I'm going to be taking is marked with white markings on the trees. So normally this would be a beautiful shot of the pond with geese swimming around, a couple ducks, but as you can see, it's been a total dry summer. We need rain. We need rain desperately. Otherwise, as things start drying out during the autumn, it can lead to bad wildfires. So one of the things to watch out for is the trail can be a little bit rocky and a lot of exposed roots. Typical of your New England trails, because we have a little bit of a rocky terrain, some parts of the woods. Actually came upon an old foundation. If I remember correctly, this signifies that I am now starting to cross the state line into Connecticut. Not sure exactly what this building was for, if it was an old home or maybe something else. Still have the metal framing to one of the old windows. And it looks like this either would have been sewage or where the water came in through. By the looks of the size of that pipe, I'm saying it's more of a water line than a sewage line. So I love just finding old homesteads like this. You wonder about the people who lived here, you wonder about the lifestyle, what this old building actually was, how old it is. Considering it's a cement foundation, it's definitely post Civil War. By the looks of the water that comes in, I would say it probably dates back to the 1940s or 1950s. But it makes you just wonder what home was here, what the lifestyle was like. If I remember correctly, from 30 years ago when I used to hunt these lands, I was told that this may have been an actual home that had burnt at some point, and then the state had actually bought the land. So it's a little bit interesting on what all these metal pieces, metal spike-like objects coming out of the foundation actually were used for. As you see, they're spaced probably about a foot and a half or so apart. And these along this side are actually spaced a little bit closer together. All metal coming out the side of the foundation. No idea what they would have used that for. I've never seen a foundation with that. I'm not sure how well the camera is actually going to pick it up. But as you can see, the metal spikes continue all the way down. So you get to the very corner, and they actually go all the way around. Not sure what these metal spike-like objects were used for. I'm beginning to wonder if the wooden spikes were actually used for some type of wood exterior to hold something on. Because if you take a look at this window frame, you can see all the way down it. There are long, long nails sticking out to the outside, like something would have been bolted in place. So I'm beginning to wonder if maybe there was a further exterior on this foundation. Well, I must say I have not encountered any mosquitoes today. It's just been absolutely gorgeous day so far. No bugs at all, no mosquitoes, no deer flies, no other biting bugs. We're coming up on the back side of the pond now. It's going to take me back into Pulaski Park. We're going to cross back over the Rhode Island border. quite possible that this was a blowdown from earlier this year, one of the storms that come through, either tropical storm or a couple of the thunderstorms we got. They were nice enough to go ahead, carve out a section for us to continue walking on the trail. I can imagine if we didn't have such a dry summer, how beautiful this would be right here. If this lake was full and all the geese were swimming in it. There's a big old garter snake. Alrighty, so if we take a look on the Alls Trail map, this is the Peck Pond loop that I did. Oops. Those are some photos that other people have taken. This is the loop around the lake that I took. 1.3 miles, you'll gain 62 feet in elevation. So it's primarily flat, except for one small section. Also, they say it'll take about 34 minutes to complete the entire loop. But I get so enamored on nature that it actually takes me longer. I enjoy being out in nature. I do a lot of filming, observing of nature, photographing. So it took me a little more than 34 minutes, but that's the loop around the lake. You start off down here at the blue dot, which is where I am now in Pulaski Park. Once you cross this little section right here, you're actually in Burrillville. This dotted line that comes down is actually the Connecticut state line. So you cross from Rhode Island into Connecticut and then back around. So I was driving home and I came upon this scene of a local pond in West Glocester. By the looks of this, you would think it's mid-October already. Nope, it's only September 13th. But the colors on this lake sure have came out already. So it's such a beautiful day, decided to take a short drive down to Coventry, Rhode Island. I'm at a place called Carbuncle Pond. It's supposed to be a short hiking trail. Show you what Carbuncle Pond looks like. May have to come back here and fish it. See if there's any good fish in here. It's supposed to be stocked with trout. Looks like it's actually a popular place to go fishing, kayaking. And as you saw over behind me when I just walked down, there's a nice little dock area that's wheelchair accessible. So I'm gonna get on my Old Trails map shortly, show you exactly where I'm gonna be hiking. Just gotta find out where I need to head into the woods because there's a trail directly in front of me. Dirt road that goes over to the right. I came into the left and then the pond's behind me. So I need to figure out which direction I need to head to take the trail up to the Trestle Trail by the looks of the Old Trails map. Okay, so this is what the map looks like on the Old Trails map. I need to head down this dirt road and then it'll loop back around. So I'm gonna head down this dirt road. So as you can see, this dirt road is still trafficked by cars. Alrighty, so I veered off a little bit. I'm gonna have to take a full day to explore this place. There's a lot of trails, dirt roads back here. Well, that's interesting. So it looks like there's also some fields for people to hunt pheasant in. As you can see by this field coming up with this large tree has been cut up. There's some trails mowed into the grass over there. Looks like people do come out here, have a fire. Again, trash. My biggest pet peeve, trash. We got more fields down this way. And another road down that way. Another trail down that way. So I'm gonna head back to what my map had showed me, but I think I'm gonna need a full day to fully explore this area. And yet, we have another trail that goes up that way. So I'm gonna head back down to the dirt road, around the lake, which is what my trail map showed me. And then, like I said, I'm gonna have to come back up here and take a full day to explore this area. Maybe do some fishing while I'm up here as well. So I went on a rant before about litter and trash. I don't know if the state actually would come pick this up if somebody collected trash and put this here for the state to pick up. Or is it just the fact that somebody decided to dump here? Looks like there's a little backpack in there as well, but yeah. I'm not gonna touch it. Carbuncle also has a boat launch area. I'm gonna walk the shoreline of the lake instead of the trail that goes around it, see if I can find anything of interest. This is the Trestle Trail. It's actually a dirt road. I believe if you head down in that direction, it's going to take you a long, long way into Connecticut. And it keeps going for many, many miles. And I believe this direction, after about 2 or 3 miles, might dead end to a river. Wish I had time to explore it all today, but I don't. So my plan right now is I'm going to head down that way, which I think is heading towards the Connecticut line, and also going to take you down to the back part of Carbuncle Pond where the marsh is, and we'll take a look at that. So it looks like they've been planting trees and doing a little bit of forestry restoration work on the side of the road here. So one of the things I love about the swampy areas like this is it reminds me a lot when I was a little kid and my parents used to take me out to the back roads of Maine, where we used to see a lot of deer, moose, and other wildlife. So hopefully this guy fishing this little creek right here will reel in a bass for us, because there's bass and bluegill and everything else swimming all around this little area. I'm going to come up right over them. And not interested. Huh. Okay. Alrighty, well that's going to end it for this video. I got to go ahead and head back home. Nice little adventure today. Beautiful pre-autumn day, although September 1st starts autumn in my book. Saw some leaves changing colors today. Saw the blue heron. Not much on other wildlife, but it's also the start of hunting season, so we'll see you all in the next video.